Hey, hey, welcome or welcome back. It's as always good to see you today. I don't really know what microphone my Streamlabs is using, so hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully the volume is okay. It just says it's using default, so I do not know what microphone it's using. Anyway, um, yeah, starting a little earlier today. Hello, Snookums. Hello, YouTube wifey. I hope you are well. It is good to see you. Thank you for always being here. I'm echoing. Hello, Mars. All right, let me see. Let me turn that one off. Okay. Is that better? It looked like I had two inputs coming in, so that should be better. I think it's using, I think it might be using my earbuds. I don't know. Okay. Maybe there are two of me, Sai. Maybe I have a twin now. Um, yeah, it was storming here. I think it just passed. Um, so yesterday we were in the middle of Amberlynn's breakdown video, her mental breakdown video, and had to evacuate her vlog video, and my internet went out, and it was out for like 45 minutes. Um, I don't know what happened, but just I had an internet outage for about 45 minutes. My internet was also out for about 2 hours on Saturday, which is why I didn't stream on Saturday. Um, so we should be good now, though. Let's see. Amberlynn did her live stream last night for members only. Um, um, not really a lot from that, really. She called salty crab salty crap. And I thought maybe the first time it might have just been a mistake, but then she did it a second time. It's a salty crab, um, instead of salty crab. She did her little oracle cards again for people. She enjoys it. People enjoyed it in the chat. Having a good time. It's fine. But then the last half hour of the stream, people somehow convinced her to read bits from a journal. Hey, Mistress of the Dark, welcome. Hey, Lizzie, good to see you. Um, People somehow convinced her to read bits from a journal, so she went and got an old journal, which everybody could tell it was from the wifey era. So apparently there's a tornado somewhere in Missouri. Um, and we have tornado warnings in Missouri, but my immediate area is fine at the moment. But so she was reading a couple of passages from a journal that we all knew was about wifey. I mean, it was pretty obvious. And then for some reason she made the oh so brilliant decision to start talking shit about Beck's fiance. Not her brightest decision. I don't know why she decided to do that. Um, I don't know why. I don't know why she decided to start doing that and talking about Beck's fiance. Not her best idea. She was commenting things about Dakota's past, things Dakota had done, as far as being on Reddit and the Amberverse. You know, people keep saying, "Oh, you're a public figure, therefore, if you've shown your partners or whatever, they're fair game." People keep saying this, so therefore, anybody can go after anybody's partner. Can go after anybody's partner. I don't agree with this. Um, I don't think people should be attacking anybody's girlfriends, boyfriends, partners, anything. I don't think that's okay. So doing that is just going to keep perpetuating these cycles of, well, so and so did this, so I'm going to say this and spread this. Oh, well, they did this, so now I'm going to do this. So it is Not a good idea. And I think Amber needs to not do that. Not a good idea. It's just not acceptable to be doing those things. It's not acceptable for reaction channels and people to be spreading things about Amberlynn's partners, and it's not okay for Amberlynn to be spreading things about other people's partners that aren't actively creating content. So it goes both ways. People shouldn't have been spreading things about Emily. Amberlynn should not be spreading things about Dakota. So, yeah, so that was a lot of the live stream. I think she talked about a few other things that I can't recall right offhand. If I think of them later, I'll pop them in. But we and Critter, as I said to somebody yesterday, fuck off. I'm not an Am baby. I defend Amber when it is necessary. When she's being attacked for things that aren't okay, like the cancer thing, not okay. So we are going to finish the video from yesterday that I didn't get to finish because my internet went out. So we are going to finish that one. I don't know where I left off. She was showing us her planner. So let's go back to that. She was showing us her planner. So we're going to finish that. Uh-oh. Sorry, I haven't muted. My bad.
But my actual true daily planner is this planner. It's the Linda Tong planner, which I'm obsessed with it.
Is her volume okay for you guys? I didn't check it. Let me see.
Because let me show you an example. Yep. Every single month is a completely different theme. And Linda is the one who literally drew all of this. So super creative and artistic. I'm obsessed. So like June looks like this, December. But here you can see on the front page, like this is the theme for every single month. But I like to use this just for like everyday to-do list things. But I just got done writing my YouTube schedule for this coming week. So I can show you guys that. So it's genuinely just easier for me to like have this all written down because I'm telling.
Okay, so we have a little schedule here. Monday, upload. This is the 31st of March. Upload weekly vlog. Let's talk community tab. Let's talk voice memos. Tuesday, film weigh-in, members live stream, edit and schedule the weigh-in. Wednesday, upload weigh-in, film let's talk, edit schedule let's talk. Upload let's talk, film what I ate today, edit schedule what I ate today. And then Friday is nothing. Saturday is upload what I ate today. Sunday is schedule weekly vlog. Hey DV, good to see you. That is such a full week. Look at how busy she is. She doesn't have like bingo, I'm doing bingo on Friday, or I'm going out on. This is just her work schedule. It's filming and editing does take some time. I don't know how much she films during the day. She edits on her phone, so it's not doesn't take a huge amount of time to edit her videos because she just kind of goes to on her phone and cuts out little pieces here and there. But look at this. Look at this full schedule. You want to see my schedule? No, I'm not gonna show my schedule because it shows where I work.
I wake up and I'm like, what was I supposed to do today? And I really want to like take this YouTube schedule seriously. And so far I'm actually really enjoying it. So every day I have like what needs to be filmed or uploaded that day. And as you can see, whatever I am filming.
I mean, this is a good reminder for her to know, okay, oh yeah, it's Tuesday. Today's the day that I need to fill my way in. I mean, it's a good reminder, I guess, but wow, she's so busy.
That day, I also like to edit and schedule it that day as well. So I just got out of the shower and I usually sleep with my hair in a bun, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna put it in 2 braids while it's.
Got some Pocahontas braids here. Is that a weather alert? Oh, we have power outages. Where are those power outages? Um, okay, well, not here. I have power. My schedule is crazy busy. I'm just taking a quick break from work because I was tired of working. So I'm streaming a little bit earlier today because I just needed a break for an hour or so.
It's wet. I'm gonna add some of this Chi Silk Fusion, and I'm telling you, best stuff I've ever used. If you have like frizzy hair for whatever reason, whether it's because you've straightened it too much, used too much heat, or that's just your hair texture, whatever it may be,
Hey,
I'm
Lizzie
telling
R.
you, highly, highly recommend. It was actually recommended to me, thankfully. I'm just about to brush my teeth, which I like to use this gentle floss.
Hey, Fiona's mom. Yeah, YouTube is hit or miss on notifications. Hello, Zombious now. Or Zombie Snow? Zombie Snow? No? No? Um, so there's a Paul Mitchell thing that I use. It's like a clear bottle with a green lid that I use during the winter and stuff whenever it gets frizzy out. Let me see if I can find it. Boop boop boo. They may not make it anymore, or it may not be in the same container. Nope, there it is. Nope, that's not it. Where are you? I have it in my bathroom, but I'm not gonna go get it. No, I can't find it. But yeah. Um, yeah, but she uses that stuff. There's also a really good product. It's the Paul Mitchell with like a green lid, to kind of keep frizziness down. Let's see. Yeah, these floss picks are super handy. These little floss things.
Floss before I actually brush my teeth. I know some people floss after. I don't understand that. Everyone is different, so can't hate on you. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna throw on some pants, and then take Twink out, and then it is time for us to hit the hay.
What's it? Wait, did she say hit the hay? Oh, because she's putting pants on because she's walking Twinkie out. Why does she keep telling us when she doesn't have pants on? What are we doing? We're taking our hair down. It's gonna be wavy because it was in a braid. Having some frosted flakes for breakfast, it looks like. Getting some milk. Bottle of water. She chews with her front teeth and it drives me a little nuts. Like a chipmunk. Okay, we're getting a silent morning get ready with me. She wears pants all the time. Lizzie, she wants Libby to know she's not. Oh, Lizzie, you're funny. You're funny. It must be uncomfortable for her to wear pants. She wears pants all the time. I think, I don't know, maybe I think she just got out of the shower this time, which is why she didn't have pants on. But she had to put pants on to go walk twonk.
So currently outside with Twink. So this never happens this way. I usually just go to bingo once a week with my mom. She goes a few times depending on how she feels, and she invites
This is an unflattering angle.
me every single time, but I'm like, nah, it's okay, I'll just go that one time. But this week I am going 3 times. I went on Monday, I'm about to go again tonight, which is Friday, and then I'm also going to glow in the dark bingo tomorrow night, which is Saturday, and I'm super freaking excited.
Oh, got the daubers out, and they're arranged in rainbow order. What color are we going with? Are we going with the red?
So far I have won twice. My mom's fiance has won twice, and she's won once. We've only been here.
Wow, it's a good night. It's a good bingo night.
Like an hour. Once again, 43 odd, but I don't know, the good luck is here. So I'm currently outside because sometimes I need to like take a deep breath, because at this bingo hall I get super dizzy because of all the cigarette smoke. Like, it is so bad. But you guys, I have won
That would drive me nuts. People being able to smoke inside the bingo hall. That would be just horrible. I would hate just leaving smelling like cigarette smoke. It's kind of the same thing like going to the casino. Like if I go when it's cold out and I wear my jacket, I get home or something and my jacket just reeks of cigarette smoke.
twice. My mom's fiance
Me too, Fiona's mom, me too.
has won twice, and my mom has won once. And this lady that's sitting next to us is getting upset, and now I'm like scared to get another bingo. I hope she wins though, because I feel bad. But anyways, I'm about to go back in there and go to the bathroom. And
Lady next to you is about to throw hands. She's gonna, if you call bingo again, she's gonna turn around and smack you and steal your bingo card.
then I think we're gonna get something to eat here. I got chicken taquitos with a salad type deal.
They have chicken taquitos at the bingo hall? All right. And a salad. Okay.
You guys, I got another bingo, and it was on like the really fast
Did the lady by you turn around and smack you?
one. This table's hot.
Oh, Mama Lynn! Did Mama Lynn get a bingo?
She got another bingo, folks. Great, you guys.
Wait, did she? Because I didn't see 5 in a row on there. I didn't see 5 in a row. I almost said bonged. Daubed. I didn't see 5 in a row daubed on that sheet. But go Mama Lynn. Amberlynn won too. They all won tonight. I bet the lady there next to them is really getting pissed.
So I have been home for some hours now, just did things around my apartment, but I had such a
Yeah, rest in peace, Weight Watchers again. Yeah, I think she's already. I think she did Weight Watchers for like 2 days. Yeah, Weight Watchers. I wish I had been able to make my video that I did on that I was going to make on Weight Watchers. Because I had like charts and data, and my spreadsheet didn't save, and then I didn't have access to my numbers from my Weight Watchers app anymore, so I couldn't make my video. And it was going to be a good one about how Weight Watchers just isn't going to work for most people, and how you can like cheat the system and game it with like all the zero foods, or how you could actually make it work for you, but I lost my data.
a freaking good night. I genuinely feel like my mental health is improving drastically, because for a minute there, I didn't even want to go out and do things that I once enjoyed. Like, I wasn't going to bingo, wasn't hanging out with my mom, wasn't talking to my friends, wasn't enjoying hobbies that normally I really love. And I know sometimes when I hit a low like that, that is
Bye, Lizzie. I hope the meeting goes quickly.
unfortunately what happens, but I'm getting out of that low, and I have a therapy appointment on Monday, which thank God.
Good.
But I wanted to give you guys an update on my borderline personality workbook.
Okay.
So I was going like in depth on what was happening here, and I know a lot of people were enjoying it and some people weren't, but I've decided I'm not going to do that anymore. I am on chapter 6 though, and I know I shared stuff from chapter 1 with you guys. So far,
Right.
I've been able to learn more about BPD, where it comes from. I've learned my attachment style, my BPD type, and it dived a lot more into BPD symptoms, which I'm telling you, there's a lot. It's kind of hectic. I just think talking about the workbook.
Well, sure, it's a pretty broad disorder. And with so many different facets of it, there's going to be so many different levels and things. And it's going to present in so many different ways. It's going to be a lot.
In my videos isn't going to do me any good. I will definitely still give you guys updates on how I'm doing with my BPD and things about it. It's not like a taboo subject because it is me. Borderline personality disorder is a personality disorder. So it's part of who I am, and that's something that I have to accept. But I'm going to be working on managing my emotions. And I know ever since I
Yeah, you've been doing a bang up job with that.
was diagnosed, I've gotten a lot better. And then with doing the workbook,
No. No, you haven't. No. I think you may have gotten worse since the diagnosis like a year and a half ago because you've been using it as an excuse. No. From what we've seen in videos, you haven't gotten better at regulating your emotions and you haven't gotten better at any of it because you didn't have therapy to try to learn how to try to learn how to regulate it. People talking about her hair. I think her hair looks nice, but I just throw my hair into ponytails. I don't know shit, but I think it looks nice.
doing therapy, I know it's only going to continue to improve, which genuinely makes me really freaking happy because it's just like BPD has ruled my life, my emotions, the way I react to things, and I'm just tired of it.
Well, maybe you should have gotten to therapy a year ago. Maybe you should have started therapy for it so much sooner. And I know I've said this before, but Amberlynn will get diagnosed with something and then be like, oh, this is what I have and this is why I do things. And then it will. Sorry, I was reading the chat. You can't. Why do you want to time me out? Um, she'll get these diagnoses, but then she won't do anything to get better or learn how to deal with it or try to fix it or anything because then she can use this diagnosis to excuse her behavior and excuse why she's doing things. And then it doesn't fall onto her and her own decisions and her own behaviors. It becomes a, well, I did that because of my BPD. It's all because of BPD. Oh, this is all because of my binge eating disorder. Oh, I gained all this weight because I was using Delta 8. It's always this, and this. It's never her. So getting these diagnoses has been a way for her to excuse things and not, the magic word, be accountable for anything she does.
Hello, hello, welcome to a new day. Who else has that thing where it's like you look different in pictures, you look different in the mirror, you look different in videos?
Yeah, I look different, and from what you're seeing me on camera, from what I see in the mirror, taking a picture, I look different to me in all of them. Especially this also not being a very flattering angle for me, where I have my camera positioned.
Which is real. Sometimes for me,
Which is real. You know, I just recently read an article about this, and I can't recall what it said.
I look better in videos. Sometimes it's the pictures, sometimes it's the mirror. Today it is the mirror. But here's a little outfit of the day. I'm not currently wearing pants.
Oh, oh, why are we flashing some leg? Why are we lifting the skirt up? What are we doing? What are we doing here, Amberlynn?
It's the mirror. Today it is the mirror. But here's a little outfit of the day. I'm not currently wearing pants, so don't mind that.
because she's not wearing pants. She's not wearing pants, and she had to lift up her dress shirt.
We're wearing this adorable dress that I've had for literally years, and I love it so much. And my bow mesh top. So these are a bunch of rhinestones. I'll show you guys up close. They look like this. So I put.
What? She's like, at least there's nobody there in front of her in the apartment to get flashed. Yeah, Fiona's mom. I hope how I look on camera and in pictures isn't how I look in person, but unfortunately, I'm pretty sure it is. Lizzie, are you? Thank you, but no. Mars, she's in heat. Um, the brows. I don't think she'll ever get to DBT words because then she'd have to admit there are skills she needs to be practicing to learn how to control her behavior. Yeah, it's going to take work. Just like anything else is going to take, and I'm sorry for pausing here. I do apologize. It's DB says Amberlynn says, look at me, no pants. Yeah, she's all about the no pants in the last few videos. Well, thank you, Fiona's mom.
6 rhinestones on my face today because
I fucking hate the rhinestones. I know I have zero fashion sense and know shit about makeup, but I just don't like the rhinestones. I don't like them. But if she likes them, it's her face. Put them all over.
why the hell not? So we have 2 here, 1 here, 1 here. And I'm also wearing my hair in the middle part, and I straightened it. Yes, I did, because I woke up and it was frizzy. It was hectic. It was like frizzy and curly from the braids, and it just looked a mess. I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna straighten it.
The top of her dress, whenever I see the collar of that dress, I keep thinking that it's like a leather collar, but I think it's just it's just the collar of that dress. But it looks like a leather collar. Ooh, we're at glow in the dark bingo, and we have what do we got there for food? What is that? Looks like I don't know if that's just a napkin rolled up in there.
So I did not vlog much while I was out. Actually, I don't think I vlogged anything.
I think that was Journey playing. It's raining.
I'm sorry. There was music playing the whole time, and I was genuinely just living in the moment. I had such an
You can mute it.
amazing time, and guess what?
Did
I
you
won
win?
$500. Yes, I did, but I tipped really big, so I didn't get the full 500. But still, like, okay. All right, you guys, I need accountability.
Great job. It's your lucky week.
So this is a room
You were
temperature
glitter
water.
Fiona's mom.
Let's chug it.
If you would sip it throughout the day, but I know she likes the
We
water
did it. That's
cold.
how easy it is to get some water in.
Yeah, just what a lot of people will do when they first get up in the morning, they'll drink a glass of water first thing in the morning, especially if they have pills they need to take. Because you can get a whole glass of water down if you have a lot of pills to take. Sigh. Ooh, Fiona is sexy mama. We should change her name to Fiona's sexy mom. Let's see, Lizzie R. Tipping at bingo. Yeah, tipping the people that are up there working, calling the numbers. All right, next day. What day are we even on? I don't even know. Is it Sunday? Saturday?
Y'all, I'm telling you, it has been
Ooh, it's the Bam Bam shirt.
a hectic morning to say the least. Perfume today, Nicki Minaj. I don't even know what it's called actually. I was startled awake this morning early. The fire alarm was going off.
Really?
So So when that happens, we have to evacuate. So I have to round up Twinkie, I have to round up Wasabi. We have
Oh,
to
that's
get an
the
evacuation
evacuation.
area. And once that's all done, the apartments either text us or email us like why the said fire alarm happened. Well, there was a fire in my building, which thankfully the fire department like got here lickety quick.
This is like the second time there's been a fire in her building in the last year. Can people just not cook? Or are they smoking or something?
And it's out, everyone's safe, everything's good. But it wasn't 5 minutes after we were back in the apartment, and I was fixing to go back to sleep because I'm telling you this happened at like 7:30 this morning, and I had a late night last night. So
You have a late night every night because your sleep is shit. Lizzie R says, "Y'all, I'm gonna make chicken, mushrooms, and beans for dinner. Let's pray I don't burn my mom's." Yes, let's hope you do not burn your mom's kitchen down. DB says, "A tip you should go to the nonprofit org." Yeah, they're usually like a lot of these places will be like part of like an Elks Lodge or a like a VFW or things like that. Or this could just be a bingo place. Sometimes there are bingo halls. Let's see, Size asking, do I think if Amberlynn finally got help, being online would hold her back from progressing? I think that would all depend on her mentality, um, and how much she ignores things. She's always going to have haters, always. Um, the recent situation and things that Beck and Destiny are saying are not helping. Once again, I am behind on the Destiny and Beck stuff. I'm going to try to I'm going to try to get caught up on those. I'm back to my regular work week doing like 70 plus hours of working. So, not a lot of time this week. But I think I think being online could affect her mental health if she is seeking out content about herself. If she would stop watching content about herself, if she would not care what Beck and Destiny or anybody else are saying about her, I think that would go a long way in her uh, feeling better mentally. Um, I know there are some things where people are like, "Oh, you were accused of doing this. Why don't you address this?" Um, you know, if she were to just either not care, not address it. Granted, people will keep harassing her about it, and then she'll finally give in, break down, and answer it. Um, but I think if she wouldn't consume content about herself, I think I think that would help her a lot. Thai food does sound delicious. Make your husband buy you Thai food, Fiona's mom. Um, what do I do, Lizzie R? I have two jobs. I work full time and then I have a part time job that I do 30 hours for. I work for two different companies. I'm a technical writer.
I bet as everyone's fixing to go back to sleep on a Sunday morning, it starts going off again. So I don't know why it went off a second time, but we were all outside
Hmm.
with Wasabi and his little thing, and he's meowing like crazy. Poor little guy, but he's good now. We're all good.
Poor
Everyone's
kitty.
safe. But yeah, I have to go put on some pants because I'm about to go grocery shopping.
Oh my god. She's telling us every time she's putting pants on. Oh, I'm gonna have to retitle my videos for this vlog to be Amberlynn wears pants. Amberlynn in the wild, getting water. Oh, oh, it won't fit underneath. Gotta put it in the basket.
It didn't fit down there, so I had to put it up here. So these are like the regular size red cups. and then I glance up. Look at these. Oh my god, those are adorable.
Oh, it's little mini solo cups for your mini beer pong games.
So tiny. So we all love a time lapse. Well, at least I do. I think they're satisfying. But this one was kind of a
Look
flop
at her
because here
go.
I am putting away my groceries and I was going to time lapse the whole thing. And then my phone decides to die right in the middle of it. So there's that. All right, you guys, weekly Lego update.
Well, at least your internet didn't go out in the middle of your video. Oh, this card. So I need to get busy with my Legos too. I have several that I need to build. It's looking good. It's a very in-depth one.
Out of 582 steps, I'm on step 475. I think I maybe did like 10 steps this week. I didn't really get around to doing much.
Almost
This
done.
is how my car is looking. I'm telling you, this has been so hard and challenging, but it's been rewarding. And when I'm done with it, I'm just gonna be like, wow, amazed. Okay, you guys, so it is time for the end of the vlog, which is where I like to read my oracles for going into the next week. So I have multiple.
So oracle cards and tarot cards have different purposes. And she's kind of treating these oracle cards as more like tarot cards instead of a full tarot deck.
Oracle decks, but I like to choose 3 that I am feeling connected to in that moment. And I'm going to choose 1 per Oracle deck. So the 3 that I am choosing today is Shine from the Inside, Life Happens, and The Wild Soul. So I am going to skip over all of the shuffling and you guys will just see me pull out the card. So you don't have to see me sit there and shuffle and all of that.
And then we
All right,
watch
so
you
we have
shuffle.
1.
It's the Bam Bam shirt, Lizzie.
All
R.
right, we have the second card.
Didn't she just say she wasn't going to make us watch her shuffle?
Okay, now for the third one. I originally thought that the deck wanted me to pull the card that I was fixing to pull, but I noticed that's not actually the true energy. So that's why I switched the card, because it was like, no, this one, this is the one. All right, so this first one is the Crow. Magic. Okay. The crow is known for its intelligence and mystery. It symbolizes magic, transformation, and hidden knowledge. Crows are often seen as messengers from the unseen world, representing the power of intuition and deeper truths. This card suggests that magic and change are at play in your life. Oh my god, and you should trust in the unknown. Wow, okay. The crow reminds you that not everything is as it seems, and hidden forces may be guiding you. Embrace the magic and mystery around you, trust in the unseen, and be open
I said Bam Bam, Lizzie R. Bam Bam, like from the Flintstones.
into transformation. Wow, that resonates a
Wow.
lot with what I am currently going through right now. I feel like there is so many different things that I am trying to transform in my life, whether that's mental, physical, emotional, like literally all of it. This card is telling me just go with the transformation. The universe is on your side. Now kind of like cave into it. Stop like self-sabotaging and like putting a wall up pretty much. I love that. Okay, so this next one. Ooh, oh no, we got naive. Okay, so this deck does not come with a guidebook. The universe might be calling me out. I might be being naive to a situation, and I do have it in my brain.
You don't know the Flintstones, Lizzie R?
I'm not going to share it publicly. Am I being naive, or am I
Wait,
just
what
my
was that?
brain just might be calling me out? I might be being naive to a situation, and I do have it in my brain. I'm not going to share it publicly. Am I
So she might be being naive to a situation that she's not going to share. I wonder if there's somebody talking to her romantically or trying to get in those pants that she's not wearing half the time.
being naive, or am I just trying to be a positive girly pop, you know? So this one is hard to discuss since it is like a personal matter that I don't really want to talk about out loud, but I get it. I got it. Okay, universe, I got it. Maybe I am a naive one, okay? So here's the third one. Remove the limiting labels you are wearing. Okay. Along the way, we've picked up toxic beliefs about ourselves. Maybe you've been told you weren't smart enough, lovable enough, pretty enough, or whatever enough. Whether you've accepted others' opinions as truth. Wow, wait. Yeah. Or you've created the mask that hides your authentic self. It's time to remove the limiting labels you're wearing and let your light shine. Yeah, damn. I feel like all the bad I hear, like coming at me all the time, I start to believe these things. I start to believe I'm ugly, I'm gross, I'm a narcissist, nobody's gonna love me, My mom should have just aborted me. Like, I genuinely start to believe these things. Like, people telling me I'm worthless, I shouldn't even be alive. Like, just all of these horrific things. Like, the more you hear them, and sometimes you only need to hear them once, you start to believe them. And I've been hearing them my actual whole life. I started as a kid, I was bullied in school. My dad has said some very awful things to me, especially when I was a teenager. So, had to hear it from him. And then it's like, through my father.
You have a Fred Flintstone tattoo in Fiona's mom? I love that. What are you saying, oh Libby, for, Sai? Um, yeah, once you start hearing things about yourself, if especially when you're a kid, if people keep saying negative things to you, or saying things or telling you things, you're eventually going to internalize that and believe it yourself. Um, if you keep being told things like you're never going to amount to anything, you're not very smart, blah blah blah, you're going to start internalizing those things and believing them yourself.
Foster homes and just now it's like all online. It's like it's never stopped. It's been like this ongoing thing that I've always dealt with. And I think I need to realize that I am more than other people's negative, harsh opinions of me because I know who I am. I know I'm not an awful person. I know that I am beautiful regardless of the number on the scale because literally some of the most beautiful people I've ever seen are bigger women. So it's like, why can't I also be a part of that? Like everyone is their own worst enemy. Anyways, I feel like I'm rambling. All of this together is just showing like this is like its separate little entity here. This is a personal matter, so we'll just leave that out. I feel like this is very much just telling me like, girl, like, do you be you, like you are not
Did the audio change, or is that me? No. Spam.
these limiting beliefs and opinions of other people. Keep up the transformation, and you're on.
Mars says if she didn't watch so many reaction channels, she wouldn't hear negative things. She looks for the negativity. Yeah, watching a lot of reaction channels, she will hear negative things, and then she will internalize those things. Listening to things that now listening to some things that some reaction channels say could be constructive, but a lot of it is just going to be negative there because there are so many people that dislike her so much for whatever reason. Some people, it's just kind of oh, we're all in this together, we hate Amberlynn. um but um yeah, she internalizes a lot of that. What's that sigh? Because y'all are about 15 seconds behind me. No double, Amberlynn. Are you hearing her double? You shouldn't be.
You're on the right path. So I'm gonna put these away, but I hope that you guys enjoy this weekly vlog. I know.
Oh, wait a minute. Where'd my audio go?
Do you be you, like you are not these limiting beliefs and opinions of other people. Keep up the transformation, and you're on the right path. So I'm gonna put these away, but I hope that you guys enjoy this weekly vlog. I know I am thoroughly enjoying these weekly vlogs. I hope that you guys are as well, and I'll see you in the next one. And like I've been saying on and off for almost 12 years here on YouTube, I hope that you guys are having a good night, a good day, or wherever you are.
That's the first time she's ended a vlog like that in a very long time. Little wink at the camera, like wink. She hasn't done that in a very long time. Um. All right. That was a long one. Um. Was there an echo? I didn't hear an echo. I don't know. I'll have to look whenever I start the next video. I don't think I clicked anything. It may have been on her end. Um, maybe not. Yeah. So we had to watch that video in shifts because my internet went out yesterday. Sorry about that. But we have her video from today. Um, oh, I have the hiccups. All right. This one is titled, I Have Bad News. And weigh in episode 2. And hello, Hibiscus. Good to see you. And if you are new here, hopping in halfway through the video, like Hibiscus, I do speed Amberlynn up to 1.25 speed because she does speak a little too slowly for me. So, um, let's do an audio check.
Hello, welcome to a new weigh-in video. So this weigh-in video is going to be very different than the usual because I also have very,
Wait a
very
minute.
bad news. So it took me a while to like really process
Wait a minute. Are you hearing her double? Give me a second.
this, but like
Ah, that's why. For some reason, the audio output changed for some reason. Um, the output changed um, to my speaker, and I don't know why. Give me a second. No, we're not doing her at 2 times speed. That came out kind of wrong. We're not listening to her at 2 times speed. All right, I don't know why my output changed. Let me.
like I don't want to lose weight. I don't want to be a
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I don't know how my audio got switched there. Can I show you the tree to the right? Um, it's 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 a Lego Christmas tree. Um, my other one is in a container. It's in a display case. I'll have to get it. Yeah, size in California. You didn't know that? All right. Yeah, sorry about that echo. Somehow the audio output got switched from my earbud to my speaker that's right here in front of me. So you were hearing her through my microphone and the speaker output. So
Hello, welcome to a new weigh-in video. So this weigh-in video is going to be very different than the usual because I also have very, very bad news. So it took me a while to like really process this, but like I don't want to lose weight. I don't want to be a YouTuber. Thankfully, I have a job lined up, so we're good. Like I did the interview.
she recorded this on April 1st, but she published it on April 2nd. So this has to be an April Fool's, of course, because she recorded this on April 1st. So, because, yeah, highly unlikely.
It was hecticana. I was so nervous, but I did get the job. I started yesterday. It was okay. It was different. Like having to take an Uber to work every day is definitely gonna suck, but that's okay. And it was an Uber XL, so I won't be suing Uber because the person was like, hop right in. They didn't seem to judge me, so there's no suing Uber over here. And it's like now that I know that there's Uber XLs, it's like I don't need to lose weight. Like I have a job that I get to go to every single day. I get to be myself. I don't have to count calories or points or worry. I can just be me and just live the rest of my life off the internet.
As short as that's gonna be.
And I'm deleting all my social medias. I'm deleting Instagram. I'm deleting TikTok. It's going to be rough. It's going to be hard. It's going to be different. And I'm going to go in seclusion. And the only people that I'm going to talk to
Amberlynn off the grid. a little a little log cabin out in the woods. Hunting and trapping with a little garden out there with her flock of chickens, getting her eggs, getting the milk from a cow. Out Amberlynn homesteading.
are the people that I either meet at my job or my mom, and I'm just done with it all. You guys. I'm joking.
Yeah, we knew. We knew. Uh, although, I I do enjoy the shade being thrown at the rapper that was suing Uber. I haven't gotten around to make, well, I don't have time to make videos on anything else. So, whenever I stop working two jobs, I will do that. Does she have a bump in between her brows forming? Are you talking about me or Amberlynn? Because I do have a little furrow right here. Oh, you're talking about like a bump like that. She thinks a small car won't have any damage having somebody her size inside. It eventually the shocks are going to get a little worn out having the weight distribution being off on one side like that.
April Fools. Today is April 1st for me. I don't know if I've ever done an April Fool's joke on YouTube before. I mean, for you guys, it's the second, because that's when this video is gonna go up. But I mean, some of you might watch it on the third or fourth or fifth, and you're gonna be so confused. Today is April 1st.
Yeah, yeah, we knew.
That was an April Fool's joke. I am joking.
It could just be a shadow, Mars.
I am not leaving YouTube. I am here to lose weight. I am here to entertain you all. Oh my god, April Fools. I hope I didn't scare anybody. Holy.
I think everybody knew it was April Fool's, Amberlynn, to be honest. Um, I think we all knew. Good try, though. Good try. If you had stopped at the I don't want to lose weight and I don't want to do YouTube anymore, I think it would have been believable.
So please don't be mad at me. Please don't be mad at me. So let's get into this video. I just want to start off.
Aaron, you're too miserable to chat today. What's wrong, girlie? What's wrong? Tell us over in Discord. Vent to us in Discord. I hope you're okay.
By saying the no diet is out the door. This is a huge reset, and we're completely starting over.
Oh my god. What are we doing this time? Are we are we doing keto now? Are we going back to keto? What's the new diet going to be? For fuck's sake, Amberlynn. Good lord. Just don't find something that works for you. Get a dietitian, work with a dietitian to figure out how to eat better, how to regulate your eating, find ways to find meals that you enjoy to be within a calorie range that works for you to be in a deficit and stop all these I'm going to do this diet, do this diet, do this diet. Oh my god. Yeah, let's all be miserable with Aaron. I'm sorry, Aaron. You are getting ice storms up there. I am so sorry. We love you, Aaron. We love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Oh, the hormones, girl. I feel you want the hormones. I'm having one of those weeks too right now. I feel ya. God, Amberlynn. I need to fix my fans. My fans aren't doing the color cycle. I need to figure out why.
So before I get into my 5 questions, I do want to say something that happened in my last weigh-in video when I was talking about how semaglutide is not FDA approved. People were like,
It was thundering and hailing for hours today. Yeah, it was thundering here between like 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock. It was storming, and we're probably going to get another one here in a couple of hours. The storms are just barely missing me. Like the lines of like if I'm here, the storms are just barely, mostly just going under me. We are synced, Aaron.
Amberlynn, semaglutide is Ozempic. So yes, duh.
You know, Mars, you're in England, so you take that sunny day and you shout it from the rooftops.
Semaglutide is not FDA approved. People were like, Amberlynn, semaglutide is Ozempic. So yes, duh. I am fully aware of that.
But there's different types. Like med spas and other companies and things will have their own formulas, and some of those may not be FDA approved. That's my guess.
I have mentioned that ad nauseum in past videos while taking semaglutide. But what I am talking about is compounded semaglutide. That is not FDA approved. That is actually the opposite of FDA approved. The FDA is actually like, you guys need to be aware because some of this is very unsafe. So I'm sorry I didn't say compounded semaglutide in my last weigh-in, but I thought everyone knew what I was talking about because I've only ever taken compounded semaglutide. When I sit here and I say that I'm taking semaglutide, it's because it's compounded. All right, let's get into the 5 questions. Do you still spend $3,000 on takeout?
0 math skills needed. File your Fed and state returns.
I need to file my
with
taxes
TurboTax.
this weekend.
Pay $0 to file.
Like you use.
Do you still spend? You found Dr. Pepper 0. Nice. Did you find the blackberry one? Sorry, I'm covering it up. Did you find the blackberry one? It's delicious. I think she's down to about 1,000 a month now on takeout because she's not ordering it 3 times a day.
Used to. No, I don't, because I am now a single girly. That's just me. So when I was spending $3,000 on takeout, it was also because I was in a relationship with Beck. We both would have takeout multiple.
Oh, you were doing that. You said you were spending $3,000 a month on takeout when you were with wifey.
Times a day. So I was also spending money on takeout for them. So now it's like cut in half. So now, yeah, I probably spend.
Now it's just 1,500. Oh my God. So if she's spending, let's pull out the old calculator here because I don't feel like doing math in my head. If she's spending $1,500 a month in takeout, say 30 days, that's $50 a day on takeout. Yeah. She's limited herself to three days or 3 orders of takeout this week. That was one of her goals for this week, was to only order takeout 3 times. Oops. It helps if I have my mouse in the right spot.
Over 1,000 on takeout a month. I do. But with my goal to actually have less takeout, I will be obviously saving money on that. But no, I haven't spent $3,000 a month on takeout in years. Is you getting cancer?
Now you can quickly spend, $30-$40 on one meal for one person if you order like DoorDash or Uber Eats or Grubhub or something, because they do increase the prices for some reason. For some reason, they raise the fucking price on the menu items when it's listed on those websites. But then also there's the possible delivery fee. There's the possible other fees associated with the app. And then you have to tip your driver. So you could easily spend $40 on a simple takeout order that you would spend like 15 on if you went to the store yourself. Now, Amberlynn doesn't drive, so 1,500 could be someone's rent. My mortgage is like 1430-ish, like 1435. So her takeout could pay my mortgage. $15 Diet Coke, Mars. $15 Diet Coke.
Cancer really related to your weight? Yes, it is. Because me being.
It can be, absolutely. Her type of cancer can absolutely, one of the possible reasons could be related to weight. Could be one of the factors.
Being so morbidly obese, I always had irregular menstrual cycles. So I would go months and months without a period, and then randomly I would like bleed for a month straight. And it was like that ever since I got a period. And when I first got my period, I was 12 years old. From that point on, there was never a regular cycle for me. For me, irregular was normal. Irregular was my regular, if that makes sense. But as a female, you are supposed to shed your lining every single month. And when that wasn't happening, the lining was just constantly building up. Constant. So my uterine wall was getting extremely thick of lining that I should have been losing. Eventually, cancer cells got into the lining of my uterus, and bam, I got cancer. And when I went into the emergency D&C, where they biopsied my uterine wall, they told me afterwards, they were like, damn girl, that was thick. They didn't say it like that, but you know what I mean. A lot of women my size get uterine cancer, no matter what.
So I will say also, a lot of women that have very low body fat also don't menstruate every month. So are they also at a higher risk because they aren't shedding the lining of the uterus every month? Rent is you're renting the apartment. You do not own it, or you're renting a house. Mortgage is you are paying off a loan to own a place. So I'm buying my house. I'm not renting it from somebody else. Technically, the bank owns it because they have my loan, but this is my house. I own it. So that's mortgage. Mortgage is you own it. Rent is you're renting from somebody else. Somebody else owns it and you're paying them to live there temporarily. It's not yours. Mistress of the Dark says, did Beck not drive her to the fast food places and restaurants? Why did she have to order takeout while being with Beck? Doesn't make sense. Hey, Lizzie. Yes, we are still here. Tiny Blue Anthropologist. I don't believe so because they aren't building the lining in the first place. Okay, thank you. Hello, Tiny Blue Anthropologist. Good to see you. I've been meaning to watch your videos. I think I would enjoy you. So Beck would drive to places, but I believe whenever she said she was spending that $3,000 a month on takeout, she was with wifey. So sorry, I thought I might have a weather alert. And wifey worked a lot, so wifey wasn't driving her everywhere to go get food. Beck would go pick up food. Beck would go places, but I guess sometimes maybe if Beck Beck wasn't doing great sometimes, right? Like mentally. So maybe Beck just wasn't able to drive places. But I thought, I mean, maybe I don't remember correctly, but I'm 99% certain whenever she said in videos that she was spending $3,000 a month, it was with wifey. Because I heard her say that in a video, and I was not watching during the Beck era until the very, very end of the Beck era. Lizzie. You're also very tiny, Lizzie. Lizzie R. Mars ordering in is extra lazy, so that's why. Sometimes you just don't feel like going out or you don't have time. Sometimes I'll order takeout because I either don't have groceries available or I don't have time to cook something, and I just don't have the time.
What size you are, you can get it. So my advice to you and my advice.
Anybody can get cancer at any time, you just don't know. But there are factors that do make it a higher risk, like smoking. Smoking greatly increases your risk of getting lung cancer.
Has always been, because of my experience, go to the gyno. I know sometimes it's scary. I know it can make you anxious because that is how I felt for the longest. There is more like deeper things behind that because I have gone through SA in my life. I know this is like going on a whole different thing, but I know that's like a big fear for me. And having a stranger look at that area and feel that area is it feels demeaning. And I know it's scary. But I have learned based on my experience, it's something we need to do as females. How do you feel when
Yeah. Yeah, I mean going to the gyno can be very clarification for what, Mistress of the Dark? I'm sorry, what did I clarify? um oh, the Beck thing. Yeah, I don't know. I could be wrong on that. Yeah, a lot of people do just in general have anxiety about going to the doctor in general. And going to the gyno is not a comfortable experience. It's just not. It's something, yeah, we should do, we need to do, but a lot of us put it off because we just don't like to do it. But yeah, it's something that we should do for our health, for our women's health, for all those bits and baubles. Um, but a lot of people either don't have very good access to healthcare or because of the cost. Maybe they don't have insurance. So there are so many factors as to why people don't go to the doctor, even if they think something could possibly be wrong or even just for checkups. But yeah, Lizzie R. I don't like the font she uses. Yeah, it's kind of a weird font. It's very thin. It's a weird font.
people say that the snack plates you have on live stream is you binging? I didn't even know people were saying that, which is kind
Are they saying that? I haven't heard. Well, granted, I don't seek things out a lot, but I don't think I've heard. I mean, granted, again, like I just said, I don't seek these things out. Wow, let's repeat ourselves. Um, I I wouldn't see it as that. She's having a few chips or some carrots or something. Usually it's some potato chips or chips.
of crazy because it's literally just like some veggies with like some dip and like I had like little pretzels. Like I guess I could show you guys here real quick. All right. They're like these balls.
Oh, yeah, those pretzel balls. Yeah. Here you go, Lizzie. You can watch her eat now.
Whoa. That is not a binge. That is a snack. At most, it's like 400 calories. Some could even consider that a meal, but that is not a binge. When I live stream, I don't eat for hours and hours prior to the live stream. So then when I'm actually finally doing the
Maybe
live
you
stream,
should eat
I'm like,
something.
damn, I'm getting hungry. So that live stream moment for me, yeah, I like to have a snack. That is not a binge whatsoever. Does the hate online affect your weight? I have always turned to food for comfort. And sometimes the hate online like makes me anxious or it makes me depressed or it makes me feel all of these horrific feelings. So I want to turn to things for comfort. And my thing that I like to turn to is food. That has been literally what I have done. I have put myself in survival mode ever since I was a little tiny girl where I would turn to food when I felt scared or depressed, whatever it may
That might be a meal for you, Lizzie R, because you eat like a freaking bird. But yeah, I mean there wasn't a whole lot on there. Little pretzel things were spread out, and there was some carrots on there. I mean it's a snack. I mean she's having a snack during the stream, and then by the time she finishes her stream, it's 10:30 p.m. Um, Central Time, and there aren't a lot of places that are going to be open that she could order from. There will be a few fast food places and maybe some all-night diners like a Denny's or something, but she's not going to have a lot of options for takeout. Like Taco Bell, Jack in the Box. Um, so she's not going to have a lot of options to get food delivered. So she might be making something at home. Her hair looks good. Yeah, I think her hair looks nice.
be. So sometimes the hate online can absolutely trigger the way that I eat for sure. But that's because
Which is another reason why you shouldn't be seeking out things about yourself and internalizing the hate from people if it's going to make you emotionally eat. Alternatively, let's get into that therapy so you can learn other coping mechanisms to deal with these things, um, instead of turning to food. Mars, what kind of bird? A pigeon. Aaron Amberlynn's natural habitat, Denny's. I remember that. The shade from Destiny on that. Man, back in college, Denny's was my natural habitat. Denny's and Panera Bread, because that's where I would go to study. I would go to Panera and get my free coffee and bagels from the people I knew working in the bakery section. I never paid for coffee at Panera. I would just walk in, they would just hand me a coffee cup, and then I would just keep that cup all damn day and go back and sit down and reuse it. And then whenever Panera Bread closed, we would go to Denny's, pay our couple of bucks for coffee, get something for dinner, and we would study all night when I was in college. So yeah, Denny's was my natural habitat.
because I don't know how to like stop that. Like it is so
Therapy. Work on yourself.
hard. Like emotional eating is like sometimes the only thing that helps me feel better. And in return, if I'm emotional eating or overeating because of these things, then yes, that affects my weight. How much weight?
Yeah, so like I just said, she needs to find different coping mechanisms, better coping mechanisms, ways to deal with these things, ways to deal with her emotions, ways to deal with when she feels a BPD episode coming on, ways to mitigate that, make it not as bad, or just stop it. I don't know what can be done for that. I don't know a lot about BPD treatments. I would have to really look into it and research. But hopefully, therapy will help with all of these things because these have been issues for years and years and years. And she knows these are the issues, but has yet to do anything about them. B. Caruso was diagnosed with binge eating disorder. She hasn't binged in probably 2.5 years because she's been in therapy and she has learned ways to not trigger a binge or how to deal with it if something happens to possibly trigger her. So it's possible to learn how to not have these triggers affect you or to minimize the effect. Perkins bottomless coffee was us in our late teens, early 20s. Man, the Perkins down in Springfield, Missouri closed. Made me sad.
Would inpatient cost you?
All right, Gabby from Vegas,
And
let's go ahead and pass
Denny's
your
isn't too
concentrate
terribly
orders.
expensive,
So your
Lizzie.
brownie batter went back in stock today,
But
so
I
you went
think
ahead and
they've
got
raised
those bottles, and then you got some.
You.
I think they have an egg surcharge now because of the price of eggs. I think all these places have added an egg surcharge for like the meals that have eggs. Did I order eggs? I thought I meant I had some groceries delivered a little bit earlier, and I thought I ordered eggs, but I didn't see eggs. I'll have to look. I'll have to look after.
Anywhere between 100,000 to $250,000. That's why when people
Really? Inpatient would cost that much.
are like Amberlynn get inpatient and they throw
Yep,
it at me
Lizzie.
like it's as easy as to like buy.
Let's see. We're gonna pull up the old Googles here, which isn't the end all be all, but how much is inpatient weight loss programs? Here we go. 22 best United States weight loss rehab with pricing. Oh, well, this looks nice. Oh, this one has a couples program. Uh, you don't have pricing. They don't show pricing. Oh, okay. This one, Canyon Ranch in Tucson, is $8,000 a week. A couple of these do take insurance, so they don't give me a price. So find one that takes insurance. Okay, this one is $975 to $21,200. It's an estimate of the cash pay price based on the program and length of stay. This one is $18,480 a month. That's the cash pay price. This one takes insurance, $39.50 a week. Golden Door in San Marcos, California is $10,000 to $15,000 a week. No, Lizzie R. Medical insurance. Jesus. $660 to $874 a night for this one in Florida. Yeah, so the ones that aren't giving me prices are because they take insurance, and it's going to lessen your out-of-pocket cost. Now, Amberlynn would have to have her own. So Amberlynn is going to be on a private insurance plan. So I don't know. I don't know how much her plan would possibly cover. But if she could find one that does take insurance and see if her insurance would pay a portion, or she could get on one of those TLC shows and have them pay for it, right? So uh Lizzie R. send her to the ranch. We're going to send Amberlynn to a farm upstate. Sai says, honestly, deep down inside, I don't think she really wants to lose weight. Your sister's praying over LeBron edits. Lizzie says, she says people won't watch her anymore, so if she wants to keep doing YouTube, maybe not, Sai. Yeah, the thing is, whenever she's losing weight and when she's focusing on improving her health and her mental health, she gets more views and gets way more positive feedback from people. So, I don't know. The weight is not good for her body. I know I've mentioned this before. I know you guys have heard me say this a million times before, but I had a half sister that was probably Amberlynn's size or bigger that passed away at 36. Because her body just shut down. So, and I've said many times, I don't want to see that happen to Amberlynn. I was like 12 whenever she passed away. I think you mean like maybe a chef, Lizzie R. But Amberlynn really, really needs to start taking weight loss more seriously. Whether it's maybe getting back into an outpatient program, or like I've said before, she needs a team. She's finally trying to work on the mental health by getting a therapist and a psychiatrist. But we need, once the mental starts happening, the physical will help. But she needs to be working with a dietitian as well, and working with people to start losing a little bit of weight, start trying to improve. Erin, how old was she? How old was my half sister that passed away? She was 36 when she passed away. Lizzie and I'll pay for food. Yeah, that amused me amused me too. 4-2? What the fuck? What are words? I'm a writer, by the way. We know Lizzie R is bougie.
An apple and eat it. I'm sorry, I don't have $250,000
Hold
to
on.
cost you. Anywhere between $100,000 to $250,000. That's why when people are like Amberlynn get impatient and they throw it at me like it's as easy as to buy an apple and eat it. I'm sorry, I don't have $250,000 to just throw it in.
Well, but instead of buying the apple, they might give you a bag of chips instead.
I don't, and the insurance I have will not cover inpatient. And even if it did, I would still have to pay probably upwards to $80,000. And I just don't have that. All right, you guys.
Yeah, no, I mean, they aren't cheap. They're absolutely not cheap. But it wouldn't hurt maybe to look into her insurance to see, hey, would you cover an inpatient weight loss program? How much of this would you cover? Have her doctor, if you can get your medical provider, if you can get your medical provider to push it through and say this patient needs to have this is medically required, then they might do a bit more coverage for it. So wouldn't hurt to look into it. Granted, I know with YouTube being her income, she probably wouldn't be able to record while in a program, blah blah blah.
Now let's get into the weigh in, talk about how my week went.
Lizzie, she's had that money at points though, and she's spending on takeout, dumb shit. Yeah, yeah, the 3,000 a month on takeout could have been spent on, I don't know, better food options. She could have hired a fucking in-home chef for like 2,000 a month. And then, I mean, if she spends 1,500 in takeout, I'm sure she could pay somebody, $800 or $900 a month to come prep her meals for her.
And to talk about my goals, did I succeed in them, and talk about new goals. This no diet bullshit has been horrible. I literally tried for like 2 days. It was like 2 random days, and then for the rest.
Because okay, here's how I see this. The no diet bullshit. I'm not on a diet. I'm eating foods that I enjoy. Granted, I'm not losing very much weight at the moment. I'm also bloated this week. No, Lizzie R, you are bougie. It's you don't have to go on a diet to lose weight. You just need to make sustainable changes, make some swaps here and there. It might take a little more prep to make the food, but Amberlynn has time. She has the time to prep the food and to make the food, especially since she won't do like a crock pot type thing or make something that she can have for multiple days because she doesn't like leftovers. But she doesn't have to do a Jenny Craig or a Weight Watchers or a keto or things. It's not 100% necessary. For some people, maybe it is. But when Amberlynn is doing this no diet type thing, it's probably in her mind like a carte blanche to eat whatever she wants. I'm not doing a diet. I'm going to eat whatever I want. I mean, let's look. She had the for her what I ate today video that we watched this past weekend. It was 1,000 calorie pint of mint chocolate ice cream. You know what I had today? Let me pull it up. I showed people in my Discord. I had a pint of mint chocolate ice cream that I made for 210 calories. This was 210 calories because I have a Ninja Creamy. It was I froze. It was basically just a frozen winter mint chocolate Premier Protein shake with a quarter teaspoon of guar gum. I had to mix it a few times to get the right texture, and then I chopped up 2 Andes mints and mixed them in. 210 calories, 30 grams of protein for my little pint of ice cream that I had as a mid-afternoon snack. Aaron, don't say how I made it. Sorry, Aaron. There's a delay. So it's you can still have treats like this, but since I'm using protein shakes as my base, sardine to oh no, Lizzie R. You can go Sai, I'm gonna have you put Lizzie R in timeout for that. So you can still have treats, but you can make swaps for them. Granted, this requires buying a $200 Ninja Creamy. Aside from that, though, if you don't want to buy a Ninja Creamy, there's Halo Top. Granted, a pint of Halo Top is $5-6, I think. This is making this was cheaper. You don't have to deprive yourself if you want to lose weight. You can make little swaps. You can Google things that you can swap, and you can mix a few ingredients together and make slightly healthier versions. You can replace some things with Greek yogurt. You can make your own Alfredo sauce or something. You can make there are a few creators that you can follow on YouTube or even on TikTok or wherever you follow people to get healthier recipe ideas for things that you still like to eat that will be just as satiating for you, taste just as good, but still be lower in calorie for you. So you just have to put in a little bit more effort. Now, doing the factor meals that she was doing, that is a very good option to have. I've been using Eat Clean meals. I don't have any Eat Clean meals being delivered for the next 2 weeks, so I'm going to have to cook food, or I'm not going to have any groceries, or I'm not going to have any food to eat, because I don't have time to cook every single day, because I'm too fucking busy. Amberlynn has all the time in the world to eat, or to eat. She has all the time in the world to fucking eat. What do you mean my Midwestern coming out, Lizzie R? What am I saying this Midwestern? Um, she has all the time in the world that she could cook meals for herself. I know she doesn't like to, but it's not like she's going to a 9 to 5 every day and then having to come home and clean her house and cook meals and all of these things. I live alone too, so I have to do all of my house chores myself. But I don't just work 9 to 5, I work 9 to 9. And I try to stream as well. So it's definitely possible for her to do these things if she would just make a plan for, hey, this week this sounds good. Let me try to look up a recipe for some of these things and then buy the ingredients for them, and then also maybe have some backups. Have like some frozen meals or ready-made meals that she can eat as backups. And I've said this before. I know she's heard me say this before. She's hearing me say it again right now, probably. There's so many things that she could do to just make little swaps where she could probably lose weight. And I say that as a fat bitch that's struggling to lose weight herself. So it's like I know it's hard.
The week, like, I just
Anyway, that's before I even hear what she's even going to say she's doing.
Talk about noodles. This no diet bullshit has been horrible. I literally tried for like 2 days. It was like 2 random days, and then for the rest of the week, like, I just was over it. Honestly, something massively triggered me. It was the whole neck cancer situation, and I'm telling you, in a weird headspace. And
therapy! That's why you fucking need therapy. You can't constantly be saying, this triggered me and it made me eat all of these things, because again, you're putting that blame onto external situations. You choose how you react to these things. You choose what you are going to do in response to these things. You're choosing to respond by lashing out at people in your lives. You are choosing to Eat not what you plan to, possibly.
And I just wanted to eat everything. Again, that goes with like me not being able to like regulate my emotions and the emotional eating. But I'm just here to be honest. It happened, and this is a whole reset. Okay.
Yeah, DV2 random days. I don't know.
Act like last week really didn't even happen. So I'm gonna stop this whole no diet bullshit, and I'm going on a diet because I am going to die in a few years if I do not take this seriously now.
Yeah, yeah. But the problem is when Amberlynn does these diets, quote diets, she doesn't ever stick to them because they aren't sustainable, and she ends up restricting too much. Girl, fucking message me on Instagram and I will work with you. I am not a fucking expert, but we can find meals that you like, and we can find recipes that you can make that are easy. I know you don't like leftovers. I know. But maybe you can try to make things, to plan enough meals or make something for 2 days. If you don't want to work with a professional, at least fucking message me and I can do my best to try to help you find options and find things that can work.
When my mom was taking me grocery shopping, actually, she was like, "Do you want to stop and get an ice cream cone?" And that's something her and I would do.
Well, a McDonald's ice cream cone isn't going to throw you way off. It's an ice cream cone.
Frequently. And I literally said no. I was shocked that I said no. I think my mom was shocked that I said no. And no truer words escaped my mouth than in that moment. I literally looked at her and I said, "Mom, if I do not lose weight now, I will not be here in a few years." It kind of like left the car silent. I'm not going to lie, because it was kind of heavy. That's
And Mars, no, please don't help her. I know it's because you're kind, but that's too much to take on. Look, if she's not going to take me up on it, I've offered before to help her be accountable. She's not going to, but the offer is there. Because, like she just said, if she doesn't make changes, she's not going to be here in a few years. And that's sad. And saying this to her mom has been working on losing weight. It'll be the Instagram dietitian saga again. Well, I won't block her. So maybe saying this to her mom will maybe be more supportive. I'm sure she already is supportive, but more I don't I don't know what I don't know what her mom could do. Maybe her mom helping helping her cook, helping her make things. I don't know. But I am offering, if you just want somebody to talk to while you're trying to make food or something, I can talk you through it, help you with it. I don't know, just whatever you need to fix this part. I'm offering to help you with it because you got to do something, Amberlynn. You got to do something.
kind of a heavy thing to say to your mom. And it's weird because I know my mom really wanted the ice cream cone
Yeah.
and she wasn't going to get one unless I was going to get one. So then it made me feel guilty and I felt bad because I know she was looking forward to it. So then after like grocery shopping was over,
Your mom can still get the ice cream cone. I don't think your mom eating an ice cream cone in front of you is going to trigger you. But Weight Watchers isn't the best thing, Lizzie, because you're tracking points, and if you eat one little thing that isn't, yeah, Weight Watchers, I think is too restrictive. If you have maybe 20, 30 pounds to lose, fine. Amberlynn has hundreds of pounds that she needs to lose. If you have a single cookie, it's like 10 points or something. Like, it's ridiculous. It really limits anything that isn't like a fruit, vegetable, or lean meat. Which, I mean, is fine, but I don't think it's sustainable. I should have to want to change. Let's see, Sai says, like Lizzie said, she doesn't want to lose weight because she doesn't want to lose watchers. And that's the thing, is I don't think she would. I think she would gain watchers. I don't know how many views her videos get. What, 35, 40, 50,000? She would gain people. Mars says, and Amber, I'm offering you the advice to speak to a professional face to face and sort out your disordered eating. Yeah, I mean, I've said that before too. She needs to work with professionals. And if she doesn't want to work with professionals, do something. Do something.
Over and like I was just like chilling. It was like hours.
Hold on.
It's weird because I know my mom really wanted the ice cream cone and she wasn't gonna get one unless I was gonna get one. So then it made me feel guilty and I felt bad because I know she was looking forward to it. So then after like
You shouldn't feel guilty. And your mom can go get an ice cream cone after she drops you off. She can take you home from getting groceries, and then she can run through Mickey D's and get that, or wherever, I don't know, Dairy Queen, whatever, and get that ice cream cone and then go back home. Right? But I will say an ice cream cone, like a simple ice cream cone from McDonald's, let me see, calories in McDonald's ice cream cone. There's 146 calories in a McDonald's vanilla ice cream cone. That would satisfy her little sweet treat need, and it's less than 150 calories. It's not the end of the world to have that. Now, if an ice cream cone is going to trigger her eating into wanting to eat more sweet things, then that could be a problem. But having one McDonald's, I'm saying McDonald's, I don't know where the fuck they were going. Having a single vanilla ice cream cone isn't going to be the end of the world. Mars says, I honestly think if Amber dipped for a month and came back with a 50-pound weight loss, minimum, that video would do numbers. Oh, yeah, absolutely. If she were to take a break to work on herself and be gone for a month and come back having lost 50, 60 pounds, that'd be amazing. She'd be in a better headspace mentally because she wouldn't be dealing with all of the bullshit online. When what people are saying, people would stop saying shit because she wouldn't be responding. There wouldn't be this constant back and forth, she said, they said, she said bullshit. And it would stop. Sai says, could you imagine all that damage she's done to her body with the yo-yo dieting at her age? Her metabolism, in my opinion, is probably completely fucked at this point. She needs to get her metabolism, needs to get her eating cues, her hunger cues, and all these, get them back to get them to a functional state. And working with a dietitian can help her with that. It took me a year. It took me a year working with my dietitian to get my eating to a good place. Now my dietitian is just worried about triggering me by having my calories be too low. That's her concern right now. What does she mean triggered? Because she's saying she doesn't binge, or does she binge again? I don't know. If you're talking about the Beck stuff, that triggers her because she wants to emotionally eat. She's addicted to the chaos. As Lizzie says, I just ate an energy bite the fiance made for me. It's a really yummy sweet treat, but it's healthy. Rolled oats, flaxseed, cacao nibs, natural peanut butter, and some honey. So delicious. You'll have to send me that recipe. Because I have most of those ingredients. I have chia seeds instead of flax seeds. Is that okay? And I just bought 2 containers of protein oats because I'm going to try to use oat flour in some things.
Grocery shopping was over and like I was just getting one of a heavy thing to say to your mom. And it's weird because I know my mom really wanted the ice cream cone and she wasn't gonna get one unless I was gonna get one. So then it made me feel guilty and I felt bad because I know she was looking forward to it. So then after like grocery shopping was over and like I was just like chilling, it was like hours later, I'm just like sitting at home. I ended up messaging my mom and I was like, I'm kind of craving the ice cream cone now, wink wink. Like, I'm sorry we didn't get one. And my mom was like, no, I'm glad because not only did you stay on track, but you helped me stay on track. So I stopped feeling.
Yeah, Amberlynn and her mom can help hold themselves accountable. You know, and I can do that too, Amberlynn, if you need help with that. And same for me. What did I eat today? What have I eaten today, right? And I can share that. I share it with my dietitian I share the macros and calories with my dietitian every day, but I can help you with that. And I'm not going to use it for content fodder.
So guilty. That's stupid to feel guilty over like an ice cream cone, but I was feeling guilty because I knew she really wanted one. I know that's like really stupid, but yeah, it's just like no truer words have been spoken. It's like reality. Like if I keep being the size, I'm not going to like live much longer. I'm just not. And I know that's gruesome, but it's like actual reality. So I'm going to be doing something more structured. I'm going to be counting calories. Yes, I am. I'm going to be using the app Noom, which I've already
No. No. Do not use Noom. Use Chronometer. Use Chronometer. 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 Do not use Noom. Noom is okay for some things, but Noom will put you at eating like 1,200 fucking calories. When I first started seeing my dietitian, I was like, well, I've been using Noom for 1,200. She's like, we need to fix this. She's like, you've been eating 1,200 calories for what, like 3 months now? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, and you've lost a little bit of weight, but not much. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, it's because your body is not burning calories because you're giving it too little. Do not, no. Use Chronometer, put in goals into Chronometer for your calorie and your macros for the day, and find foods that can help you meet those goals. And Chronometer will track macros for you. You just scan the barcodes just like in Noom, and will be better to help you track instead of Noom.
started and logged, put in my weight. They have lessons on there like that teaches you the psychology.
Yeah, the lessons are fine. Work with a fucking dietitian. Work with a dietitian. A lot of the lessons in the Noom app are kind of common sense, but you just don't think about it until Noom is like, hey, blah, blah, and you're like, oh, yeah. But, yeah. Work with a psychologist or psychiatrist, therapist, whatever, with your eating issues and get a dietitian. Get a dietitian that specializes in eating disorders or works with people that has eating disorders. If I could, again, my dietitian is through usenourish.com and they accept insurance. If I could send you Maddie, I would send you Maddie. I would have you work with Maddie, my dietitian, although she knows who you are because we talk about you. She'll be like, so how's Amberlynn doing this week? Because she knows I make videos.
Behind like why we eat and teaches you tricks. Like it has so many like mini.
Why we eat. We eat because we're fucking hungry. We eat because it tastes good. We eat because it makes us feel happy, because it releases the happy chemicals in our brain because our parents didn't love us enough, or because we're feeling sad. We eat because we need to eat, but sometimes we also eat because there's something broken. Lizzie, I see Nourish ads all the time now. You are welcome. So who has an Alexis or a Google or something they want me to, did I say Alexis? An Alexa that they want me to trigger?
Lessons. It teaches you about nutrition, etc., etc. Like it's honestly such a cool and fascinating app because like I'm sitting over here doing lessons. I'm like doing all the extra credit lessons and I'm just like learning all types of stuff, but it's a lot of knowledge that I already know, but it's nice to have that like extra support. So the calories for it wants me to eat anywhere between 2,600 to like 3,200, and that's kind of hectic.
That's at 3,400. That's a lot, but at Amberlynn's, so here's the issue. Using Noom is not going to help her fix and regulate her eating and the hunger hormones and all these things. It's not going to help her fix those things.
In my opinion, I'm not going to be going anywhere near the 3000s because I have such a messed up metabolism due to like yo-yo dieting. Plus I went through menopause at the age of like 30. Like, are we joking? Plus the lymphedema and the lymphedema. Like, I lose weight differently. Like, I'm not going to.
Right. She has a lot of medical conditions that are going to be exacerbated by some of the things she eats, right? Like high carbs is going to exacerbate the lipedema. Lots of sodium is going to cause more water retention. She has a lot of these medical conditions. She has a hernia. I have a fucking hernia. There are certain foods, depending on the type of hernia you have, that can cause more inflammation. There are all these things. She has a lot of these medical conditions. Working with a dietitian can help her choose foods or give her options like, hey, what kind of foods do you like to eat? You have these conditions. Okay, here are the types of foods that would help with that. You pick what you want to eat. A dietitian will not give you a meal plan, but they will help you make choices. Right? Okay, you want more fiber? Okay, well, here's some options for that. Oh, you want to increase your protein? Here's some options for that.
Lose weight the same as another person who weighs the same amount as me. It's like, that's not realistic. That's not reality. We're all different. We all have our own different metabolic rates. So that means I really am just going to.
Every person's body is going to use the energy we give it differently, and some not as efficiently. And right now, Amber's engine right now is not very efficient because she's been given it crap, and she hasn't been using her body efficiently. She hasn't been eating very efficiently, and her body just isn't going to burn calories efficiently.
Aim for like the lower ball there. I'm going to be aiming for like the 2600. And I know even then that's a little rocky and a little iffy because even at 2600, like there have been times where I would gain weight from that. So I'm just going to stick to it.
A lot of that could have also been possibly water retention because she eats a lot of sodium, a lot.
Though with Noom, they want you to weigh yourself daily because they believe, and they've seen studies where if you weigh yourself daily, you're more likely to succeed. And I do believe that as well. I also want to talk about.
So there are pluses and minuses to that. For somebody like Amberlynn that gets caught up in the numbers on the scale, if she doesn't see it move the way she wants it to move, then it upsets her. And if she doesn't see it start to move quick enough, then it bothers her. I think weekly would be sufficient. This is my opinion. Of course, I'm not a professional on any of this shit. As I've said, I'm just a bitch with a microphone. She we've seen historically if Amberlynn weighs herself daily, that's triggering for her and she stops doing what she's doing. Right? We've seen this historically. She has to stay consistent for a much longer time, and her body will get used to it and start being more efficient. She needs to eat more consistently. She needs to sleep more consistently. Sleep is very, very important. She needs to get on a regular schedule. Try to eat at regular times. Keep those intervals pretty regular. Eat at regular times. Sleep better. Sleep more regularly. That will help. But she needs to do it consistently for more than a week. But weighing herself daily is, like Aaron says, it's a recipe for disaster. It's going to just, if she does weigh daily, she needs to take a weekly average. Weigh weekly, weigh daily, take a weekly average. But Amberlynn gets frustrated. She gets upset. She gets discouraged if she weighs herself daily and sees a 0.4 increase or only a 0.1 decrease, 0.2 decrease.
Something else I said last week when I said I don't have an ideal goal weight, which that still stands. I have no idea what that looks like, but I do want to have like mini goals, something obtainable, that I can reach, and they're not like these gigantic goals, because then I feel overwhelmed and I give up, etc., etc. So as you guys know, my highest weight is 572.4. So regardless of when that happened, it doesn't matter, but I think it would be a cool concept to like lose 100 pounds from that point. So my first mini goal is simply just be 472.4. So it's just 100 pounds away.
So she was 519 last week, 519 something. So that is 28, 47.
From that point. So then once I reach that goal, I will then create another small goal. But speaking of goals, so for the 2 goals that I had last week, first one was drink 2 water bottles a day. That was coming from drinking no water at all. Did I do that? My next goal was only order takeout 3 times a week, and that's coming from ordering it.
I think the decimals are fine, Mars. My scale measures decimals as well. So
like up to 8 to 14 times in a week. Did I do that? So for the 2 water bottles, yes, I did. I drank 2 water bottles every single day, and I'm very proud of that. Thank you, thank you. I know.
Oh.
Round of applause.
Amberlynn was clapping too.
Did I succeed in the 3 times takeout though? So on Wednesday, I had Panda Express, that's 1. On Friday, I ordered Hawaiian food, so that's 2. And then on Sunday, I ordered sushi, that's 3. I was successful, you guys. I actually freaking did it. Can you believe it?
What about all of the food at the bingo halls? Is that not being counted as takeout? We've seen her eat 3 different times at bingo halls.
Like, I was shocked. Color me shocked, for real. So I'm actually gonna have 4 goals this week, and that does make me a little nervous because even just having 2 goals was hard enough. But it's like, I'm just gonna carry on the 2 goals that I already had. I want to continue having 2 water bottles a day, only order takeout 3 times a week.
So she says order takeout. So getting food delivered to her home. She's not counting when she's out. So if she goes out to eat with Mama Lynn, if they go out to a Mexican place, does that count or does that not count? Why are we not counting the bingo hall food? I mean, I know she's there for a long time period and things, but Lizzie are hundreds.
But now I'm adding on log my calories on Noom every single day, no matter what. Even if I go over, like, do not let that stop me. I want to form that habit really bad. So in counting calories, that means I need to like weigh my food, I need to measure my food, and I need to like take it more serious and not just like guess, because I do a lot of guessing, which I'm usually pretty accurate. I understand that I'm over 500 pounds fully.
We're all going to be off probably plus or minus 10% when we're trying to log things, but sometimes she's off by a few hundred.
Aware, but I have been dieting since I was 10 years old. So for 24 years, I have learned so much knowledge.
But have you applied that knowledge and have you been applying these things correctly? Because if you've been dieting since you were 10 years old for 24 years, you wouldn't still be over 500 pounds. Now, would you?
Done this so many times that it's pretty.
I'm sounding so angry in this video, and I'm sorry. It's frustrating. And it's almost 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock. It's been almost 2 hours. I'm just so frustrated. So frustrated. She could bring her own snacks to bingo. Yeah. She could eat beforehand. I know she has said they're there for like 6 or 7 hours. That's a long time. So she would need to bring something that's like self-stable, that's like shelf stable.
Simple. I know all the tools. I just don't use the tools. I really want to focus.
Well, there's the crux of it, isn't it?
Like measuring my food, etc., etc.
I weigh a lot of my food. I have a food scale. I weigh a lot of my food.
Logging it into Noom, yes. My other goal is I'm going to be doing intermittent fasting. So I like.
No. No. I think that is also a horrible idea. Not a professional. No. No, 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 no. I think it's a bad idea. I think it's a very bad idea.
Like doing IF. It is very hard because I like to eat in an 8-hour window. So that leaves 16 hours a day where I'm not eating. And it's like, you know.
You're usually sleeping for 8-ish of that.
It's great. It's fun when you're sleeping. It's fine. But on average, I only get like 6 to 7 hours of sleep a night. I know that's kind of low for some people. That's just the way my body rolls, okay?
I wish I got
It is hard, but
rolls.
it's also helpful because I know that within those 8 hours, like that is the time that I get to eat my food. So then when I'm out of those hours, I like try so hard to like distract myself. And
So here's the problem I see with Amberlynn doing intermittent fasting. This is another form of restriction. She's restricting the hours that she can eat, and then during those 8 hours, she can go ham. And I think that's going to be a problem. She's going to be like, oh, I can eat 2,600 calories. I have 8 hours to eat 2,600 calories in. I think that is a horrible, horrible idea. It's another form of restriction for her, and it's not going to go well. But it's still giving her that carte blanche in that 8-hour window to eat whatever she wants. Yeah, Mars, I agree. Aaron says, as a person with anxiety, I think it's a real bad idea too. And Aaron, if you bring snacks to the calories count, no.
and I don't focus on food as hard because it's like when I get to eat whenever I want, it's like all I do is think about food. But I notice I think about food less when I'm not in an eating window. So since this is a reset, we're resetting, okay? So my weigh-in for today was 523.8.
So she gained 4 pounds last week, according to this. Amber, Amber, Amber. Amber, Amber, Amber. Look, I'm struggling to lose weight too. I'm bloated this week. I'm very bloated this week, but it's not an excuse. But it's hard. I know it's hard. But I also know she can do it if she can make swaps and find foods that she likes that's sustainable. Lizzie says it could turn into a binge situation within that window. I agree. Mara says she'll be mad now, like, you guys are never happy with my diet plans. That's the thing. She doesn't need to have a diet plan. She just needs to count her calories, work with a dietitian, work with professionals, and find something that's sustainable.
It's crazy. It's hectic. I have not weighed this much in years. I'm super inflamed. I have a lot of inflammation going on. I'm swollen. That's just the way, the cookie crumbles, no pun intended. And
It's not. I see it as an excuse. You're always inflamed. You're always swollen. You're always retaining water. Your lymphedema is always acting up. Your lipedema is always acting up. What are you eating? What are you eating that could be causing these issues? If you have a gluten intolerance, you don't sit there and eat a shit ton of fucking gluten. She has these medical conditions that are being exacerbated by sodium, being exacerbated by a lot of complex simple carbs. She's not helping herself.
I really hope next week I can come on here and be like, you guys, I was successful at all my goals again. You guys, I lost weight. So we'll see. Wish me luck.
I would love to see that. I would love to see Amberlynn succeed. But she's not going to succeed unless she can make sustainable changes and stop doing these fad diets. Like, oh, this week it's intermittent fasting. Oh, this week we're doing keto. Oh, this week we're doing the South Beach diet. Lizzie says it's about getting out of diet culture and finding what works and can be sustainable for your life. Exactly. Mars, we all have different opinions, but we can all agree that she needs more professional help, and you can't deny calories in, calories out. Yeah, she needs more professional help, 100%. Starvation mode is a thing. If you are eating less than what your body is burning, your body is not going to burn as efficiently.
going to try my very hardest. I hope that you guys have a good day, a good night, or whenever you are watching this. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
How long will she keep up with this, Mars asked. I don't know, 2 weeks. It's not going to be sustainable. And it's frustrating because we can all see this. She's back in her cycle. It's just not going to. Some people do intermittent fasting, and that's all they do. Intermittent fasting is how they always eat, and that's how they keep eating. I don't think it's going to work for Amberlynn because it's another form of restriction. I don't see it being sustainable. And that's that. You may not believe in it, Mars, but it is a thing. I've talked to my dietitian about this a few times. But yeah. I don't know, folks. So let's see. What did we have this video? We had her live stream, a brief recap, where she talked some shit about Dakota. I think Amberlynn just needs to be the bigger person and just, you know what? If they're talking shit, whatever, they can be that kind of a person and they can talk shit and just not go to that level and not talk shit about them. And we finished her vlog. And then we have a new intermittent fasting. I don't know, folks. I don't know. She's not going to take me up on my offer. I know that, but the offer's out there to help her with whatever she needs help with. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what she comes back next week with. But I do not think intermittent fasting is a good idea for her. I don't think it's going to be sustainable for her. And I'm wondering why the bingo hall food doesn't count as takeout. Is it just because there isn't somebody pulling up in an Uber Eats car bringing it to you? Yeah, very, very frustrating. Very frustrating video for me. I kept getting very frustrated. But you know, it is 6 o'clock. I do need to work. I have a lot of work to do, and I need to heat up my dinner. I need to heat up my chicken sausage and lentil soup that I made. Such fun. What's fun, Mars? My work? But we'll see. We all want Amberlynn to succeed. We do. And, well, most people, I think. And just maybe her saying that to her mom about, if I don't change, I'm not going to be here in a few years. Maybe she and Mama Lynn, because I think Mama Lynn was trying to lose weight too. Hopefully Mama Lynn they can bounce off each other. Maybe help hold each other more accountable with their food intake and these things. Yeah. We're all just doing the best we can, right? And I hope Amberlynn can do a little better. I hope she can make those changes that she needs to make. But yeah, I think we're going to end it there. Thank you all. Thank you all so much for spending a little bit of your time with me, a couple of hours. I do greatly appreciate it. Otherwise, I would be sitting here talking to myself, which I'm fine with. I talk to myself occasionally. Being sarcastic about me listing all this stuff. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. But thank you all so much for being here and spending a little bit of your day with me. I do greatly appreciate it. I hope you all have an amazing rest of the day. If you are where there is nasty weather, please, please, please be safe. Take shelter if you need to. There's flooding risk with all this rain. There's tornadoes. There's lightning. There's ice storms up north. So just please be safe. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. And I'll see you in Discord. But until next time, be safe and take care.